My name is Mary Bernice Ingram. I forgot what I was going.
I'm 89 years old.
Okay.
Silly.
And Joe Biden.
Good thing I didn't have that drink, ain't it?
I know, right? Ah, you heard?
Oh, shit. Come on, y'all. Okay. Hello. My name is Mary Bernice Ingram. I am 89 years old. I will be 90 in March 25. My husband Leroy and I had 9 children. I had 17 grandchildren, 19 great-grandchildren, and 1 great-great-grandchild. My mother's name was Hattie Martina Wilkerson. My mother was feisty, but good, and could be a lot of fun. My mother had 5 children. I probably was about 7, as I can remember, remembering her and watching her do things and making us do things. She liked to cook, and she also liked to go to the casinos. She loved the casinos. Yeah, she was a lot of fun. My mother's siblings, she had it was 5 of them, I think it was. Her brother, she only had the one brother. He was the oldest, John. And then there was my Aunt Mary, who was next. There was another sister after that, but she had passed on before I was born, so I didn't know her. And then there was my Aunt Lena and my mama. My mama was the baby. She used to work in a hotel, I understand. She also worked on a ship on the docks, only when they were docked. And then she worked at Randall Junior High School. By that time, I was in my teens. My father was Robert Henry Wilkerson. I was 8 when he passed, so don't have a lot of remembrance. But I do have one remembrance of my sister and I. My daddy always got paid on Thursdays, and he came across the backyard into the house. And every Thursday, he bought my sister and I this cup of ice cream, and we look forward to that. So I remember that. The only thing I really, really remember is after dinner, he would always go in the living room and lay on the sofa and listen to the radio. No television. We listened to the radio, and he would laugh so hard. And he was an Andy y'all wouldn't know nothing about probably, and stories like that. But he laughed so hard. I can't tell you exactly how many brothers and sisters. I know he had 2 sisters that I know of, and that was my Aunt Addie and my Aunt Eva. And he had, I know one brother I can remember, and that was Uncle Fonnie. I can remember him. And he was funny. He was real funny. My oldest brother was Robert Vincent Wilkerson. And there was Theodore was my second brother. Ignatius was his middle name, Wilkerson. Then my mother had a 3rd son who died at 18 months, so I know his name was, they called him Baby John. I can remember that. Tall, nice looking, and it's kind of stern, funny. he was a jokester. And she sometimes on the quiet side, then she could be a little funny sometimes, but basically just kind of on the quiet side. My bestest girlfriend lived next door to me, Marva, still to this day. And then there was a girl, a friend I had named Peggy, who lived around the corner from us. My girlfriend Marva lived right next door. And then there was a couple of boys that lived across the street. Bobby, his name was Bobby, and then the other one's name was Clifton too, I think his name was. The girls and I, that friends the girl I had, we played jacks, yeah. And we played dodgeball, and we jumped rope, and stuff like that, yeah. I started a job at the Hotel Congressional, and that's where I met Leroy. A girl I worked with, we were in the room where we were setting up for a party, and she said, she called me Vern. Vern, come here, quick, come here, I want to show you my boyfriend. And I went to the window to see who she was talking about. And she said, that's him. I said, which one? There's two of them. She said, the one in the jacket. I said, well, who's the other one? She said, oh, that's Leroy. I said, oh, I went on back doing what I was doing. A couple of days later, I come out of the room changing my uniform, and this guy walked up to me and said, do you want to talk to me? And I said, no. He said, Blandine said you wanted to talk to me. I said, Blandine lied. And that was that. And so we went on our different ways. And then after that, he stopped me. We talked a couple of different times like that, and that's how we met. My grandmother, Mary, who I was named after. My mother just took a lot after my grandmother. Kind of feisty sometimes, sometimes just as sweet as pie, and then sometimes not so sweet. She had one son. His name was John. He was the oldest. And then it was Aunt Mary, that's an aunt that had passed before me, and I didn't know her. And then it was Aunt Lena, and then my mother. My mother was the baby. She could be, like I said, she could be a lot of fun. Sometimes she could be very stern with us, and all. But she could be funny sometimes too. Yeah. He was gone before I was old enough to realize. But that's who Ann was named after. Her name was Anna, but Mama named Ann. But she was also passed on by the time I was old enough to realize. Same situation. Hey, my pretty. How are you?
I'm putting these up for you.
Thank you.